All right, guys. Bucks at Toronto tonight. 128-112 win over Toronto. Coming off a win on a what was it, Monday or Tuesday night versus the Bulls. So now they got 2 wins in a row. Kev, go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you, man. We won without Giannis tonight. Why was Giannis tonight?
My understanding was he had a calf strain, just like Dame had 2 games ago.
Do these calf strains be made up injuries?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for rest, because you can't say rest no more probably without getting fined. So you got to say like a calf strain or a back or something.
I think the go-to is the back, but at this point in the season, I feel like he should want to be out there because, they really ain't caught a rhythm yet.
No, they haven't.
They don't know how to play each other at all.
You know who has caught a rhythm? Go, Drew.
We're ignoring the elephant in the room. They look great tonight. I mean, they look good.
Well, except for a stretch in the late in the third quarter, late third going into the fourth, they got it down to 19, but they rebounded after that.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. Also, no Jay Crowder tonight. He's obviously going to be out significant time. What'd they say? 3-4 weeks?
No, 2 months.
I thought it was 8 weeks. Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah, 8 weeks.
So they ended up starting Ajax, first start of his career, right? That was great to see.
Oh, yeah.
I think we were all excited about that.
Love it. Told you we need some youth in the starting lineup.
Did he start at UConn?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
He did. I know he was a captain there, but I don't believe he averaged double digits for him.
I don't think that offense is his calling card.
No, but energy is. Defense is.
And he's a playmaker. He got a high basketball IQ too.
Yeah, I love everything I've seen about Ajax so far, except his nickname. I'm gonna get sick of Lisa Bindingham or whatever her name calling him Ajax. So annoying.
Right.
Terrible. Hate it.
I mean, the first quarter was basically Beasley and Damon going off.
Yeah,
Right?
Beasley was awesome.
I saw that Beasley had 30 tonight, right?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Career high in threes.
Yeah.
7 threes. No, 8 threes.
Mm-hmm.
8 threes.
I mean, and they needed every one of them because if you look at it in the stat column, I mean, they got out rebounded. Toronto had more assists than them, and the Bucks had more turnovers. But ultimately, it was a story about the 3 ball tonight.
Yeah, and also just Thanasis got early clock first quarter minutes, maybe first real minutes of the year. Yeah. Coming in with that crackhead energy.
I believe he airballed an alley-oop, though.
Don't do that.
I believe he did airball an alley-oop, too.
Did he really?
If we can get a clip of that, that'd be fantastic.
Wasn't able to grab that before that. But I think the first quarter might have been our best quarter of the year.
You think so?
One of them. I mean, what else stands out to you? Can you remember anything better?
I forgot one game we was texting. I said, this is the best they look. That might have been like 2-3 games ago. I don't remember.
Speaking of which, is it the best they look? Because, this was brought up in our chat thread, but is that because Giannis wasn't on the floor?
Yes.
In general, is it hard to get good ball movement with Giannis trying to get downhill all the time?
Yes, I told you to me he's greedy right now. He do not trust his new teammates. Because Beasley should get way more open threes with Giannis than he did tonight.
Hey, Beasley ain't bashful calling for the ball.
No, at all. At all.
And at the end of the game, he's like sitting in the first row. So he's a weirdo.
Now, I told you guys, I wasn't huge on Beasley in the first unit, but I mean tonight he stepped up and he gave us what we needed.
Right. I'd like for him to give us more like intangible plays, hustle plays. But I don't think that's him.
That's not his game. If he's not making 3-pointers, he's not going to give you nothing else. If he's not scoring, he's not going to give you nothing else.
Right. That's kind of why I was pushing for MarJon to start. Speaking of MarJon, in the second quarter, he rolled the ankle, obviously.
Okay.
So he's probably going to miss 3-4 games.
Yeah. We'll find out tomorrow if it's a high ankle sprain, low ankle sprain, how long he'll be out.
Yeah.
When Middleton minutes gonna get increased?
Good question. Good question.
Right.
After the All-Star break?
After the All-Star.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Drew, maybe.
I mean, dude, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Like,
Right.
we need him for the playoffs.
Like I said, he's like that old Buick that's sitting on the corner of 60th and Mill in the wintertime.
That's harsh.
You gotta crank that thing up and let it run for a minute before you put it in drive.
Right.
Well,
That is so harsh.
he definitely had a really big moment the other night, though. I mean, taking 5th all-time scoring on the Bucks list over Michael Redd, pushing him to 6th, and I think he got a few more people in his ahead of him that he sees that he can catch. I think this season.
Yeah, I think by the end of his career, he's probably gonna be 3, I would guess, behind Giannis and Kareem.
Yep.
I think Giannis will probably catch Kareem. I mean, it's crazy to think Kareem did that in, I think, 3 years with the Bucks?
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Buckets.
Yeah.
But Giannis wasn't getting buckets like this until his, I don't know, 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we ended the second quarter. Bezo hit like a ridiculous off-balance 3. We ended with 70 points in the first half. Might be the best first half of the year, certainly offensively.
You looking at the stats?
No, I just wrote these down as the game was going.
How many assists did we have first half?
I don't have that.
I think we had 25.
On vibes, what do you think we had, Z?
Say that again?
Based on vibes, how many assists do you think we had?
On vibes?
Yeah.
20, I would say 18.
18?
Yeah.
We'll cross-reference it later.
Yeah, we had 25 for the whole game. I saw earlier.
Oh, okay.
Great ball movement. Great ball movement.
Yeah, 23 points off the bench in the first half. That's crazy. That's almost a quarter's worth of offense.
Hey, my man came through big, man. Lefty campaign.
Oh, campaign.
Yeah,
Baby Dre.
He's the most surprising Buck. Him and Carter, the most surprising Bucks this year to me.
Right.
He's been steady.
Cam wants to be here, and he sees that he can knock Beasley off.
I know. Drew and I were talking about that before the season. I know, Drew, you weren't big on campaign.
I was not. I did not. I don't think he defends, and so I don't think that helps at all. Perimeter defense for the Bucks isn't it, and they played better tonight. But Beasley hasn't defended well. Nobody's defended well, and if campaign's not hitting shots, he doesn't really have a big value.
But he is hitting shots. I hate how he lines up his feet. But he's hitting shots, and he's been a surprise for me, and I've actually enjoyed his minutes for the most part this year.
He's been solid.
Or also,
I agree with that.
To me, the most surprising, him and Crowder.
Right.
But
I would like more defense out of that backup point guard role, and also the starting 2 role. And also, first half, 14 to 15 from the line. Dame is just from watching. I never got to watch him every night like I have now. Just a savant at getting to the free throw line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Right.
I think Dre and I were talking about it, and the most effective thing Dame does besides score the ball is, like you just said, he gets to the free throw line. And when I asked Dre the other day, like, how does he do it? Because he doesn't have wiggle. Like, he doesn't make really great moves with the ball. Dre's like, he just, he gets downhill, he gets to his spots, and he's explosive, right, Dre? Like, he can explode out. He goes left to right really good. So,
yes, he does.
We're getting some audio clicks going on right now with someone.
Somebody static him?
That's better.
He heady, y'all. He got a real heady offensive game. Like, he's smart. I didn't realize he shot this many free throws either. He know how to get to that free throw line a lot. And you're a better passer than what I thought he was.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed, I think, with Giannis out tonight, Dame loves that real high pick and roll, 8
Yeah.
feet out from the top of the key. And he can get, even if they triple, he can get through it and get to the basket. The problem when we're putting Giannis as the screener that high, Dame doesn't, the screener doesn't ever get the ball back. So Giannis has to be off ball. Somebody else has to come and screen. Brooke or somebody else has to screen and let Dame get to the basket so that Giannis can kind of get in that flasher spot or that dunker spot. And that's where Dame wants to get him the ball. And that's where they're going to end up being effective on that high pick and roll.
Yeah, Drew.
So
Drew, I think you got audio problems, bud.
It's me.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so I'm not sure who that is. Maybe you, Dre. Everybody mute once. Yeah, I think it was you, Dre. But anyway, yeah, we went into halftime. I wrote down here, what's the GOAT halftime show? In my mind, it's got to either be the Asian lady with the bowls in the unicycle or the quick change. So what y'all say?
I'm definitely the Asian lady with all the bows, man. I've seen her in Dallas before, actually.
I mean, she's been doing it for years. She's all over the place. Quick change too. They're staples since like early David Stern years, as far as I remember. Nobody else got anything on that?
I mean, I was present for the Ja Rule halftime concert in Milwaukee, and that was absolutely fantastic. So, number one on my list.
Okay. Yeah. So they did they did a interview with Coach Mutombo at halftime. I'm just curious, what is his name? Patrick Mutombo. Any relation to Dikembe? Does anybody know? No.
Patrick Ewing, maybe, in Dikembe? No?
Yeah, I was thinking he was related to Dikembe Mutombo, right? But I don't know. Yeah, so into the third quarter, Dame continued to get to the three-point line, hit threes. Maybe we got up 30 eventually in the third quarter. I thought maybe at times Dame was taking some early shots, but I don't know. Do you ever want to like limit him offensively?
No, you can't. You gotta let him cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah. We'll figure out the dish once it's done, but you gotta let him cook.
Right. And then Toronto, kind of made a late push in the third, continued to grab momentum, moving into the fourth, 25-5 run. But then the Bucks responded. Bezo hit his eighth three. Again, 30-point game. And we kind of established ourselves. I was getting kind of concerned because you guys remember that Bucks game last year where we blew like a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter in Toronto with 3 minutes left. And then recently, Toronto also had some incredible comebacks in their previous couple games. Lost Ray.
He'll be back. He had bad reception.
Yeah.
That's that storm out there in South Florida.
Yeah. Well, in general, I was really impressed with Scotty Barnes. It seems to be he's definitely getting stronger. You can see the body transformation, but also he seems like he's getting taller to me. Am I tripping?
No, I think it's because he's taking care of his body, first of all, like you acknowledged, and it's leaning him up almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's able to push people around, maybe grab boards. Go ahead.
I mean, he was definitely pushing Giannis around in the first matchup this year. But I think he might just be standing up straighter. For real.
Really?
Just standing up straighter and making himself taller. Dude, you remember Chris Bosh when he was on the Raptors?
Yep.
And he was like super hunched over.
Yep.
And he would learn to just kind of like extend his body when he was in Miami. He became a great defender around the rim.
Mm-hmm.
Kev, is that something you work on with your players?
Man, I always tell them, hey, make yourself big when you're falling back on defense. Stand up and open them arms. Let's see how big you are, baby.
Yeah.
But just in general, I was just Bucks have had a hard time putting teams away.
Yeah.
all year.
I mean,
Sure.
I think we're going to get very comfortable and very spoiled with having Dame Lillard, because one thing we missed year after year is a closer, and now we got one. You know, of course, we don't like it to be as close as it is, but we got a closer in Dame. So,
Right.
Yeah, and having somebody at the end of games that you can put the ball in their hands that are going to make their free throws is going to make all the difference come April.
He wants that ball at the end too. Like, he's thirsty for it.
Yeah.
This
and
may
Giannis
have been
is a great rebounder. Let him go rebound for Dame.
Yep. And you know, he covers the rim, so he'll be there to put back things.
In general, might have been our most comfortable win of the year. As far
by
as
far. By far, yeah.
I can remember. So it's good to see things starting to go in the right direction and see a little bit of chemistry out of the squad tonight, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What did Bobby Portis do tonight? Did he have any impact on the game?
Yeah, I expected him to start with Giannis out,
Right.
But they kept him on the bench. It wasn't like fantastic scoring wise, but I think he was brought a physical presence, and he was Bobby for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he rebounded the basketball, and I don't think if he doesn't have to, I don't think he wants to start. I think if you start a certain number of games, it makes you ineligible for Sixth Man of the Year, and I think he got screwed out of that award recently, and so I don't know, dude. He might just be, hey, don't start me, coach, because I want Sixth Man of the Year.
You want to play the politics.
Yeah, right? You got to play the game.
Yeah.
Good point. I never thought of that.
There might be some good money tied to that for him in his contract if he's able to did
right.
it, right?
Starting 10 games might end up costing him a couple million.
Yeah.
No,
just trying some production techniques here. See what we got working here, boys. I thought it was a good run here this first time through on the podcast. Good little group we had here.
Yeah.
Final score 128-112. Most comfortable win of the year. Next game is Friday versus Charlotte. Looking forward to it, and maybe we will see you here next time.
Hey, before we go, let's call out the final score Friday night. What do you think it's going to be?
We're in Charlotte.
I'm not certain, but if we are in Charlotte,
it's one of the designated in-season tournament games.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 128-101. Charlotte's not.
Write these down, Zach. Write these down, and we'll get Dre's offline.
Yeah.
And we're going Bucks, right? I mean, I think it's a win for the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
You said 128-101.
128-101.
Bucks.
I got 116-94 Bucks.
Keep them under 100. That'd be great to see.
Yeah.
I don't think they're capable of doing that. I'm going to say 118-110 Bucks.
Solid.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you joining us.
All right, gentlemen.
Till next time.
Take it easy.
Peace.